The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. Here's Hurts. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So the pass goes out of bounds, but he was not outside of the tackle box when he threw that. He's got to be careful.
You and I both know if it's even close, they're going to give it to the quarterback. They don't want to throw that flag unnecessarily. So if you're just in the area, you're going to be okay.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. McCaffrey on the counter. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now this time he'll look to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Looking deep downfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Throwing is Hurts. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. 53. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
4-yard attempt.
Rosa's kick is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the first drive, 3-and-out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Max Crosby. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Christian McCaffrey.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Chargers. And even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Tua going to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's 2nd down.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Hurts sets up to throw it. Hurts fumbles it. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Bass is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Hurts. He juked him. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
At the 46-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And some room to roam now. And touchdown! Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his guys are going to retake the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Chargers first down.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 18. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6.
17. Chargers 6. Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position of throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Tua to throw again. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Back to the air on second down, Tagovailoa. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's third.
The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Tua now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. McCaffrey. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Tua. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And it's caught by Parker. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Los Angeles.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now this time he'll look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. It's a gain of 7, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
A big play there for L.A. 43 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Short of the goal line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Fourth down and goal.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the third time tonight. From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, you have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
At the 23, it's second and 12. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
And
8. Throwing is Hurts.
It's complete to Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That third down conversion good for 23.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun again to Mixon. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
Come on, let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
A 1st down carry now for Miller.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Back at the 25-yard line.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Darius Slayton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Yetur Gross-Matos. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Flushed out right. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 32 that time. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
Devontae Parker, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 11.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Hurts sets up to throw it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game.
Chargers 17. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
At the 29-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And it's up and good.
That ties the game 24-24. Tyler Bass set to kick.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
It's second and inches at their 48-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Hurts. Catch made by Slayton. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 39. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. Hey, alert 3.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. And right now, it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. And right now, it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. This from long, very long range. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Tonight's final score.
We're going into the final play of this game. They knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the home team here, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.